Okay, today we have to discuss about the research process. So, what are different steps in research process? We will discuss today. Okay, so whenever you are deciding to conduct your research, you have to plan many things in advance. Okay, so and we have to focus on following questions. So, as we discussed earlier, that research question is very important for any study. Okay, whenever you want to conduct any research, you should be clear about your research question. Okay, so what is your research question? Sometimes there is only one research question, sometimes there are more than one research questions. Okay, then you have to think about the scope of the study. Okay, uh, you cannot cover everything in your study. Okay, so you have to be clear what would be the scope of the study. Then we have to be clear about the objectives of the study. Okay, what objectives you want to achieve research. Then we also formulate the testable hypothesis. So you should be clear about what are the testable hypothesis for your research study. Then we should also be clear about the period of the study. Okay, so if it is time series study, so then you have to decide what would be the sample period. Okay, 1980 to 2018 or 1990 to 2020, whatever is the period you will specify in your research study. Okay, and you will decide about this. Same is if it is a cross-sectional study, so then if it is a cross-sectional study, for which period this cross-sectional study would be conducted. Okay, for 2018 or 19 or 20. And if it is a panel study, again you have to decide about the number of cross sections and the time period in a panel study. Then we have to be clear about the data which are needed for this study. So what kind of data are needed for study, this should be clear. And we should also be clear about the sources of data, from which sources we will collect our data. So once you have decided your research study, you should be clear what type of data you will gather, and then what would be the sources of those data. When you are conducting the study which is based on secondary data, then you should be clear whether you will get the secondary data from national sources, okay, from government publication, or from the international sources, from World Bank or IMF. They publish data, okay, and United Nations, ADB, all these institutions, they publish data. And if you have decided that your study would be based on survey, then you have to design a questionnaire. You have to think about your sample size. Okay, what would be the sample size of your study? From how many respondent you will get the response. Okay, so this should be clear. So everything you will decide in advance. Okay, okay. Then if it is a survey study, then the question is what sampling technique is suitable for your study. Okay, whether you will use probability sampling or non-probability sampling. Then within that, whether you are going to use convenience sampling or random sampling, systematic sampling, quota sampling, snowball sampling. Okay, we will discuss about these sampling techniques in one chapter. Okay, but once you have decided that your study would be based on survey, so then you have to design a questionnaire, then you have to decide about your sample size, and then you have to decide about the sampling technique through which you will collect the data. And also the method, what method should be adopted to collect the data, whether you will conduct face-to-face interview, whether it will be telephonic survey, whether it will be on email, whether it will be on internet. Okay, sometime you place your questionnaire on internet and people give your responses. So you have to decide what would be the method that for the collection of data. Okay, then once you have collected the data, then the question is what techniques would be used to analyze the data. Okay, so there are different techniques. In this course we will also discuss different techniques. So these techniques should be clear, your methodology must be clear, what methods you will use. Okay, so if it is a study which is based on time series data, then you have to decide whether you will conduct a stationarity test, whether you will perform, causality test, whether you will perform the simple regression analysis or multiple regression analysis, whether you will perform co-integration test, whether there will be a sensitivity analysis, whether you will, use correlation, whether you will use, scatter, whether you will plot some scatter plot, or what type of techniques you are going to use. So this should be clear in your mind. Okay, because first we will do preliminary data analysis and then we will do some estimation methods. So estimation method should also be clear, whether you will use ordinary least square method or some other methods, which type of methods you are going to use. This should be clear for your data analysis. Then what cost will be involved in conducting the study. Sometime the study that you are going to conduct would be very expensive. Okay, the type of data which is required together would be very expensive. So you have to be clear about whether it is very costly and whether you can bear the cost or not to conduct that study. Because if you have to get, suppose if it is a survey based study and you have to get data from different cities, then it will be very costly. Okay? And if it is based on survey, if you have to get data from different cities and then it is a face-to-face interview, then you have to make a very big team to gather data, and then you have to pay them their stay allowance and then their transportation allowance, and then it will be very costly. So you have to think about whether you can bear this cost to conduct such a study or not. Okay, and then so cost should also be in your mind, whether it is very costly, whether you can bear the cost or not. And time is also very important because we have to complete our study in a specified time. Okay? So it is not that you have unlimited time to conduct a study. So for example, in your MPhil, you will do your coursework 1 year, and then 1 year you have to complete your MPhil thesis, and then maximum there is some time period, but you have to finish your task, okay, within the specified time period. Otherwise, it would be difficult for you. So some studies, they are very time consuming. Okay, just like I said, survey study, you have to gather data from different cities, and there is a face-to-face interview, and then gathering of this data is time consuming, compilation of this data is time consuming, and then analysis for such data and rectifying the errors, missing data, all this requires too much time. Okay, so you have to think about the time. And then what is the type of report to be prepared, no? Which type of report we are going to prepare, this should also be in our mind. And who is the target audience for presenting the finding of the study. So target audience should also be in your mind. If the target audience are the academicians, then your report should be prepared according to that. And if the target audience are professionals, then your report would be prepared according to their requirements. If your target audience are some government officials, then you will prepare your report according to their requirement. Because for academicians, your report could be technical, and you can avoid many technical definitions because they already know about it. But if they are professionals, then it will be difficult for them to understand the technical things. Then you have to explain those technical concept somewhere in the footnote or in the end note, so this should be clear. So this is the whole research process, and we have the stages of the research process. So first stage is you will get a research idea, or you will think about a research problem. Okay, just like I said, you have to work on a case study project. So you think about a research idea, a research problem, and we discuss about this in previous lecture, how to come up with a research idea, a research problem, what sources you have to look at to get a research idea, a research problem. And then we do review of literature. Okay, once you got the idea, you will do the review of literature on that research problem. Suppose you want to work on the external debt of Pakistan, so then you will do the review of literature on external debt. You will look at the theory, what theory says about the external debt, and what are the empirical studies, okay, why debt accumulate, okay, and how to you know control debt accumulations, and then you will look at the empirical studies, okay, about it. Sometime we do literature review to get research idea. Now, if you are doing a literature review to get research idea, then you will you look at different research papers, to get a research idea. But when you are doing a literature review for your already selected research problem, then you will be focused only to those studies that are related to your research problem. So if I want to make a research problem, to finalize a research problem, I will read the paper on FDI, I will read a paper on inflation, I will read a paper on unemployment, I will read a paper on foreign direct investment. So I will read paper on export. So fiscal deficit, I will read a paper on current account deficit, I will read a paper on revenue, resource mobilization, okay, revenue generation. So I will read different papers, and then I will decide for a research problem after reading papers on different areas. But once I decided that okay, my research problem is to look at the current account deficit of Pakistan, then if I am now going to do literature review, then my all research paper would be on the current account deficit. Okay, then I will not look at the other papers. So once you decided your research problem, you did your research review, and then you will make your theoretical or conceptual framework. Okay, so you will decide in which framework you will conduct your study. Then you will decide your research design. Okay, so in research design you will decide what would be the methods that you will use, okay, and what type of data you will collect, what would be the variables on which data would be collected. So all this, what would be your sample period, okay, or sample size, on which your data are collected. So then you will start collecting the data. So data collection will start. And once you collected the data, you compile your data and then data analysis. Next stage is you have to do analysis of your data. When you complete your data analysis, then you will interpret your results. Okay, this is very important stage because people can do literature review, they make a theoretical framework, they design research, they research and they collect data, they analyze data, but then interpretation of result is very important. And so through the analysis, you have to properly interpret your result, because results you can get in sometime through one click. You can get many results using computer software, EVUs or SPSS. So, but the question is the results that are you are getting, how to interpret your results. So then you will select from those results some important results that you want to interpret, and then you will come up with some conclusion. Once you come up with some conclusion, then you have to discuss the policy implications, the implication of those results. Okay, and then you will also set some direction for further research. So once you come up with some conclusion, maybe you will come up with also some new research idea. Okay, so or through some direction for further research, you will come up with new research idea. So this is the entire research process. Here. Now this is a research activity that you have to do. This is your assignment. Okay, you have to read the following article and discuss the type of research involved. Okay, which type of research study is this? Whether it is a basic or applied research, deductive or inductive research, and cross-sectional study or longitudinal study. So this is the paper, Wahid, 2015. I wrote this paper on determinants of domestic private investment, test of alternative hypothesis for Pakistan, and it was published in International Journal of Research in Business and Social Sciences. This is the 4th volume and 2nd issue, and the page number are 35 to 43. So you have to get this research paper and then you have to answer this. Okay, you have to read this research paper and answer this question, these questions.